I'm going to share with you the way that I save tons of tokens on Claude and even Codex, and how I use this system to stop hallucinating and give me the best quality work for the money. If you're burning through credits and you're having a really hard time having the system not get dumber the longer you use it, today is definitely going to be a video you're going to want to watch. So by the end of this video, not only are you going to see all the things that I do to maintain the quality of work, you're also going to see how I save tons and tons of money on tokens by using these simple steps. So stay tuned and build along with us. So if you look at my screen, there's already an existing project that I have. And sometimes what happens is when you're using Claude Code or using Codex, 9 times out of 10, you're using it at the heaviest model. So if you ever wanted to switch to a lesser model that's going to cost you less and, more importantly, burn less tokens, what you can do is come in here before your session and type in the word model. And when you type in the word model, you can switch the model at any point in time. So if you see it here, we have Sonnet 4.6. We have the default, which again, this is the one that always comes on, 4.7 with a million contexts. And then you also have Sonnet with a million context window in there. Now, if you look over to the left-hand side, you actually can see the amount that it will cost. And then there is some certain tasks that honestly are way better off for you using Haiku, which are for quick and fast answers. And if you just want to chat with it, where it's not going to do anything majorly complex. Now, model switching is very important, but there's a little bit of a secret that I want to make sure you understand. You never want to switch models in the middle of a project, because here's what happens. When I'm constantly working on a project and I keep on going and make believe it's now a very long session, I've been going at it for like anywhere from like 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and I feel like I'm burning through a lot of tokens, or if I'm measuring my token costs, I see it going through the roof, and I just kind of don't want to do that. If I switch the model midway, what it will do though is it will reload the entire context window again into the new session with the new model, and it's going to end up costing me more money. So prior to getting into a session, you would want to switch models so you can save a little bit of money. That's number one. Number two is that throughout the conversation, there has to be some stopping points. So what I usually do as I'm working through anything is, if I feel like this conversation is getting too long, what I will do is I literally will go to the AI and I'll say something along the lines of, hey, I think this is a really good stopping point. I need you to create a prompt with some context and also save the work that we've done into memory. I want you to start a new session so we can go ahead and start from wherever we left off. So I'll give this particular, kind of idea in there and I'll hit enter. And after you do that, it's going to create a little bit of a prompt. And then what I'll do is I'll actually clear the session and start over. Now, the reason I do that is because what happens is every time you're working on a project and you're going on for quite a bit of time, what happens is the memory of that project gets very long. So think of it like this. If I was an employee and you told me a bunch of things to do for that day, the way it kind of works is it has to review everything every time in order for it to keep answering at the level that it feels it needs to. So what I do with this is I tend to break up sessions, being as long as it may be, or sometimes I'll just ask it, how is your context window, to ensure that it has enough space. So as you can see, it gives me a plan. And again, this is one way to do it. I come in here, I literally copy this whole entire thing. All right. It is kind of long though. So I'll probably just say, on this particular one, I'm going to say, hey, it seems like a lot of this is very long. I need this a little shortened because giving all of this to the new session is going to blow up the context window. Can we shorten this to bullet points so then we can just follow to the next phase of the project? And again, this is just by common sense knowing, look at the size of this folder. If I gave this to a new context window, it's gonna almost be the same. So what I'm going to do is ask it to shorten it a little bit, and then I'll copy and paste it, and I'm going to clear this window. So we're going to give it a few minutes for it to do that. Perfect. As you can see, it's a little bit ready. I'm just going to come over here and copy this. All right. And once I copy it, I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to hit escape to cancel. And in here, now that I've copied this entire prompt, what I'll do is I'll do a /. And if you type in the word clear, you'll see clear conversation. And when you do that, a whole new session appears. Inside of here, now I'll say, please continue. And what I'll do is if I just type that in and hit the paste, it will automatically go. And basically it will continue and move from that particular session. Again, limiting the amount that I have. Now, also another command that you can do is you can actually type in the word compact and it will compact the conversation to allow you to keep doing it. Now, I personally feel that I always do the clear and I repurpose, like, again, give it a short, like, what's next kind of phase to it, because I feel that once you clear it and do that, it actually gives you a little bit better quality because the memory is a little bit more captured. And also the fact that it stores what we've done to the memory creates that kind of window. Now, on top of doing this for Claude, believe it or not, for people that are using Codex, you can do the same thing. If you literally come in here into your Codex and you want to do compact, same thing. You would type in compact and would compact the conversation. If you wanted to clear the conversation, you would write clear and it would do the same exact thing. Both will work the same exact way. So on top of that, if you wanted to come in here and literally give it the same command, store this in memory, and I want to create a new conversation to maintain integrity and quality. So can you do me a favor? Can you write a brief summary of prompt that we can use for the next session? And I would hit enter. And what we'll do is create a prompt, commit things to memory. And then more so, I'd be able to create a new chat, which all you have to do for Codex is come over here with new chat. It would start a new chat. And basically you would come in here with this particular text, just like we are here. See, I copy that. I come around here to a new chat, paste it, hit enter. And all of a sudden it will start the new conversation over while maintaining the quality. So the other thing that I want to make sure you understand is this gets very complex regarding the caching. It's incredibly complex. So there's somebody who's way smarter than I am that's kind of talked about this. This is an article that came around, the actual caching and the situation of what actually happens and why do you have to do this. So I literally copied this article because honestly, it was like another language altogether. I came in here, I went to Claude. And then once I came in here, I literally went to a normal chat window and I said, do me a favor. I need this explained to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Can you please give me the bullet points of what actually is happening with caching and what are the best practices to ensure that I always have the best quality while saving tons and tons of tokens? And I'm going to come in here and I literally pasted the article and then I literally had it explained to me with bullet points so I can fully understand exactly what's happening. Now, I recommend you do the same. I'll include the article and it's very in-depth and it goes over all the details of the things you should and shouldn't do when it comes to maintaining memory, maintaining quality, and saving money on tokens. So hopefully this was helpful. This is exactly the process I follow when I'm working on projects for a very long time. And now hopefully you'll have the tips and tricks in order to do this to not only save tokens, but also save quality. So again, remember, we have compact, we have clear, we have the ability of creating another session using a quick little brief summary and a prompt to give it to the next session. And if you feel like you're wasting a lot of money and you don't think you need the highest model, switching the model before you start the project is always a good idea. So then you can save tokens and money while you're doing so. So hopefully this helps and we'll see you on the next one.